Hello, let's back and further working. So let's in developing our project of API. Okay. So the last video we creating our simple collection database, and we have for our controller the get method to basically return a list of our collection for product. So how would you like creating the form to search the find only one product, and the search is from the ID for product. Okay, so let's creating this for our controller. So let's creating other method inside of this product controller, and now the result is only one product. So I create one product PTO, and I use the same name because it's similar. In the depression and get request, but the difference is now I need to pass the ID for search. Okay, so the error I'm showing for us because I need to return some product for the error, and don't cause some troubles for us. Let's return a node for IO, and we change these. Okay, so like I say, I told for you this is the same type of request, the verb get. So I have it by get, second request, and let's verify how to get this information. So I need to using the same databases, so the simple database, and I could be using the same name, so equals the simple database. Now I need to get the information, but I don't want every collection. I would like only the specific product. So let's access the database and products, and I implemented some filter for this. Okay, so I would like to use in this option the first. Have this option first and first are default. If it's in the first option, or if I don't have any product for the ID searched, I receive an error because the product is not found. Okay, so if I use in the first or default, if a product is not found, and the product, the operation, the first or default return the default type for my collection. So the products not found is returned for us the null option. It's better because I don't receive some error in my endpoint. Okay, so I using the second option, first or default, and I will define the sum filter. For implementing the filter, I need to create a variable, like a pointer to implement the filter. I use this symbol combination, okay, the equals in the large assignment, and I filter for some from our properties. So I could be using the name, the ID, the date, the active, but how I would propose is using the ID like a filter. I using this product ID, and I have this option equals. So I pass inside for parentheses my parameter ID. Okay, so I pass this for equals, and I have this for better the layout. Let's be broken for the row. I like this for the second row for row. Okay, and I will using this option the first or default returning one product. So let's create this result object, my product PTO, and give it the name result. So I created the object from database, I implemented the I call the collection, implementing this filter, and finally I return this result, my product search it. Nice. So I have the other detail because I need say for my endpoint that I expected a parameter, the ID. Okay, and for implementing this, I have this annotation for called outing. And from this outing, I pass it. I'm using the keys. I pass the parameter ID because this is our parameter. Okay, so that's using this from our requesting endpoint to understand this passed parameters. Very nice. So that's it. Let's testing now the things. Other things, because in the every other videos, when we start our application, the application started using the weather forecast controller, but I would like to use this our product controller. So like it changed this, where I need to implement this modification. Let's see this now. I'm back from my product and I have a lot of folders open, so I using this equal called collapse all to taking for every every tree for us. Okay, let's navigation for this properties folder, and I'm using this JSON file launch settings. Let's change in this place. So if you see in the buff option for execution, so the profile and the API, the Stack Manager application, I have this launch URL. For our URL, I need to change this controller name, but not only the controller name, because our product controller is using this prefix API. Okay, so we need to using inserted these two. So let's change, because the first for this place, remove the weather forecast. I inserted the API slash product, and let's change in the second place to API product. Okay, very nice. So let's test everything. The change the controller using for start application. Let's test this search using the ID like parameter. So the play application. Wait, the thing is loading. Our web host created, application executed, and look at this. Now I don't need to change anything because my product is called for standard. But if we back for our controller, I have two options of methods. Okay, each method is our endpoint. So I have two endpoints for requests get. The first without parameters, in the second have parameters. So when the application starts, the for standard, the app search for get requests, and how the second option we need to insert the parameters. The application will have how to know how number is using for ID. So for standards, the application using the get request without parameters. So because the list is returned for us. Okay, good. So let's test the second option now. So I have in the product 2 the book of dev C#.NET Core, and for pass the parameter I use the slash after the product, insert the code and pass this information, and voila, you receive only the information for product 2. If I change my parameter for 3, I receive in the 3 my wireless keyboard. Okay, so we have our second endpoint working at the end. And if I need to get the list, I remove the parameter and I receive every data. Very nice. So we are creating this video our second endpoint to use to implement in the future or searching for ID. the get by ID information, and we are change the form to launch URL for our application. Okay, so in the next video we are evaluating the things, updating and upgrading the things. So don't let to see the other video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.